Okay, let me do another unboxing video, but this time there's a little bit difference because you can see the package is not the usual Japan post. Yeah, it is actually from China. And why am I getting from China? You can guess, right? Because I'm not purchasing the Euro handheld gaming consoles. So what are they? Let's take a look. What are the items that is more suitable to purchase from China as opposed to Japan? Item number one is this. What are this? This right, so if you're not sure what are this, I bring something else. Alright, so these are the hints, right? Do you recognize this? It is, does it look familiar? Right, it is the screen, original screen from Game Boy Color. And so this screen says, well, definitely not, but if I show you this, right, so the difference between these two is that the polarizer on the screen has been how to say, degraded, yeah, and therefore I purchased a dozen of polarizer to kind of fix screen like that, and once done it will look like normal again. So such thing we can only get from Japan, we can only get from China, and just it is a source of the whole world purchase from there, right? So what is this? These are, can anyone recognize? These are the original screen, or I would say almost improved original screen for Game Boy DMG. And where is the improvement? If you look at it, alright, so Game Boy DMG screen comes together with a control PCB and a speaker. Right, so this speaker is original, yes, and the upgrades come from here, right? So there's used to be a zebra paper, we call it zebra paper. It's also ribbon cable, but it is not copper. The wire is not copper wire, right? So the upgrade have done is to get rid of the original zebra paper, which is tend to break after all these years, and replace with a modern ribbon cable with copper wire, right? So that's the upgrade. So for this screen we will never ever see horizontal line, right? Vertical line, I think it is still the same, but vertical line is repairable anyway, so yeah, so this will be a much durable upgraded version of the Game Boy DMG screen, right? So I will put this in my DMG and put it on sale. Right, next, what do I have? Let me feel the weight first. It feels like, I don't know. Alright, a bunch of stuff. Here, right? So I got a bunch of batteries, sorry for unlocking the bundle battery. So these are for the XL 3DS XL SPR03, right? SPR03 original battery for XL, right? Is it? Let me feel. It is. It is also, I'm not sure how new it is. This is. So what happened is when I see definitely not brand new, because I don't know where to get a brand new. After the item has been discontinued for this many years, right? Even Nintendo official, they have stopped supporting the after sales service, stop providing after sales service for 2DS XL, which is the last model in their 2DS 3DS line product, right? CTR003 is for the generation 1 3DS, the small screen one, and as well as 2DS, right? The flat square 2DS. They both use the same battery. So many of the times the buyer is asking me how durable is the battery of that unit, right? Then my answer will be I don't know, because the the unit is not my personal unit. I haven't been playing hours on those units. And another thing is that I don't really have a reliable way to test the battery health. Unlike this our iPhone, we can easily see the battery health percentage, but for 3DS there's really, I don't have a good way to tell, right? So only when so I will tell the buyers that I will do a brief check, right? So it may looks okay. If it is so bad that 5 minutes the battery get depleted, then definitely I'll replace the battery for them. But if this is kind of okay, I don't see obvious problem, I have no way to test the battery extensively. I'll just send it out. If during their usage of the console they find that the battery is having problem, then I'm always ready to offer them a replacement battery. Yeah. Alright, so the next I have is the 3DS shell, XL shell, right? So I have two pieces of this. I purchased them because these are original, believe it or not, right? Look at the paintwork. These are original, I am told. And by looking at all this, I do have the reason to believe that it is indeed an original shell. So what happened is these consoles, they have been manufactured in China, and does it mention made in China? Yeah, made in China, right? So it is Japan brand, but it's made in China. And after the have been discontinued officially, the factory in China that is making the 3DS, they still have some parts. They still have some parts like this, but you will not be able to find the entire set of shell. For example, see, the SD card cover is not there, and then in order to complete the entire cell, you have surface A, B, C, D, E. There are 5 pieces with this, right? And also the buttons and so on and stylus. But yeah, not everything is available, but there are some leftover parts. Yeah, so this is again original for Europe version, EU version, right? And yeah, this is definitely original, right? With all these details. Let's look at the year. Can we see the year? 11. Does it mean 2011? Exactly. Okay, so I purchased some of the back covers. They look pretty nice. So what I do is when I have a unit that with a heavily scratched back cover, I might replace it with this original covers. I don't know why only the pink one have screw, the rest do not have screw. But when I need to use them, I probably need to transplant the screws, right? Believe or not, it's quite difficult to kind of put this little thing on. And yeah, what else I have? Oh, Stellars, and these are original. Why do I need to get this? Let me show you that it is really original. See there? Nintendo logo with a little R, right? And on both sides, right? So these are really original. And same thing goes to the black color. So for one stylus alone, I think it's about $3 around there, yeah. But and this is as well original. Yeah, but they are kind of costly. So directional button. So why do I need this? Let me show you why. Okay, I have here with me a pretty well kept, well maintained 3DS XL, pink color, and it looks nice, but you realize one thing, that the stylus has been oxidized in color, so the color become yellowish, right? And it's, if I put this side by side, wow, that's how much different are there in terms of colors. Yeah, and this is the case because, as compared to the shell, right, this is the case because there is no layer of white spray paint on the stylus, right? So it's just the color of the plastic itself. And then so when I have something like that and I put it in, isn't it nice? I think so. So no exception so far. All the white color, the light color 3DS XL, I see the same problem, yellowish stylus, right? But yeah, so this is not always not I have to check from the time to time. Sometimes I can get this, I'll get, but not always. I'm lucky to get it. And so that's the parts and that. So one more box. Let's see what's inside. What do I have? Okay. This is the DMG charging, DMG power supply cable. Yeah. Wow. Oh, cool. All right. So the side is a perfect fit for DMG, right? So I don't need to always slot in the 4A battery. And I was thinking before I purchased, because the power input specification for the DMG is 6 volt, 0 point something amp, right? So 6 volts. When I see this product, I thought it's just using a 5 volt and going directly in, and so that 5 volts is not much different from 6 volts, so maybe the machine will just turn on regardless, right? But it seems like there is some kind of some kind of circuit inside, and there's probably a step up circuit to make the 5 volt into 6 volt somehow, and fit into the DMG, which is cool. And here I have, what's that? All right, so IPS screen for Game Boy DMG. Yeah, I've done a video on that previously. And this is Game Boy Advance IPS screen, one of it. And this is some of the, wait, before that, I remember the previous time when I purchased the Game Boy Advance IPS screen. Two of the LCD actually is not working, so I've requested the factory to give me additional, right? And yes, they did, right? They did. Two of them are previously spoiled screen, and one is for this kit. Yeah, so food factory. I will deal with them. And what is this? Alright, so these are, let's see, DMG the cable pot cover. Right, so normally I don't need them, but in case it's really too yellowish on the original, then I will provide this one in addition, right? So this is the battery contact metal piece. How do I call it? So that is for DMG, this is for Advance, this is for GBC Color, and so these are required because some of the units when I buy in, right, they have this badly corroded battery contact. And oh, all right, okay, gray color cartridge shell. Yeah, so for me personally, I like colorful, right, transparent, colorful, shiny, glittering shell. But I mean, a lot of the buyers, they still prefer the old gen gray color shell. That is fine, so I have prepared two for them. Some more. Okay, let's do this. What else do I have? So you can see that whatever I unbox, whatever I purchase from China is very much different from what I usually get from Japan. This is a highly anticipated aluminum case. I heard that, so I listen to a lot of YouTube channel. I subscribe a lot of YouTube channel, and there's always this, always this argument of how to pronounce aluminum. Is aluminum or aluminium, right? I'm not sure I'm getting it correct or not, but yeah, I'm not English native speaker, so people should forgive me, right? Aluminium case, right? So isn't nice if I put it on some of the white color 3DS. I think even black color you will look good on the black color as well. Aluminium. All right, cool. And that case is not cheap, right? In case you are interested. And this costs quite a bit. Just like we do have those luxury case for for phone, right? As well. People are paying like close to $100 for their phone case. Yeah, so this is alright, I will not open this because the video is getting too long, and see you next video.